Section 59 of the Book of Divine Consolation of the Blessed Angela of Foligno. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Treatise III. Herein begin the visions wherein she was comforted by the Blessed Virgin. First Vision of the Blessed Virgin. Upon one occasion I was exalted in spirit, although I was not then at prayer, but as it was after dinner I had sat me down to meditate, and therefore I was not thinking about it in any way. And suddenly my soul was uplifted to behold and contemplate the Blessed Virgin Mary in glory, and beholding a woman placed in such nobility, glory, and dignity as was she, I was filled with marvellous delight, and the sight did produce in me most immense joyfulness. The glorious Virgin was praying for the human race, and so great was her exaltedness, humanity, and virtue, that she was wholly ineffable, wherefore was my joy unspeakable. And as I gazed at these things, Jesus Christ did suddenly appear in that place, seated beside her in glorified humanity. And as I gazed at him, albeit I knew how his flesh had been tormented, lacerated, reviled, and ignominiously crucified, and miraculously knowing all the heavy sufferings, injuries, scoffings, and vilenesses borne for our sake, I did in no wise grieve. Indeed, it is impossible to describe the delight I had thereof, and my speech failed me, so that methought I was about to die. I say, moreover, that it was unto me an exceeding great grief that I did not die, so that I might speedily attain unto that unspeakable thing which I beheld. This vision endured for 3 days in succession, and I was not hindered from eating, albeit I ate but little. My body did lie down in constant weakness, and I spake not at all. Nothing else did hinder me, but when I heard God spoken of, I could not contain myself for my immense joy. Second Vision of the Blessed Virgin. When I was in the church of the Brothers Minor at Foligno, upon the morning of the feast of the Purification of the Blessed Virgin, a voice spake unto me, saying, "This is the hour wherein the Virgin Mary came into the temple with her Son." This thing did my soul hear with exceeding great love. Thereupon I was exalted, and I beheld Our Lady entering that place. My soul advanced to meet her with great reverence and love, but because it feared somewhat to approach near unto her, Our Lady did greatly reassure it, and holding out her Son towards me, she said, "O lover of my Son, take him." And with these words she placed her beloved Son in mine arms. And as I gazed upon him, his eyes appeared to be fast closed as though he were asleep, and he was wrapped in clothes, or rather swaddled. Our Lady, who was wearied by walking, then sat her down and made such beautiful, fair, and pleasing gesture, showing how honest and gracious were her manners, that for the sweetness and delight which it had of beholding her, my soul was not only unable to look at the Lord, whom I had clasped in mine arms, but it was constrained only to contemplate Our Lady herself. And as I stood thus, the child remained all naked in mine arms, and opening his eyes, he lifted them and looked at me. And at the look of those eyes, I did suddenly feel myself filled with so much love that I was altogether overwhelmed. Because from those eyes there issued forth such splendor and fire of love and joy that it is a thing indescribable. After that there appeared suddenly a great and ineffable majesty, saying, "He who beholdeth me not small will not behold me great." After this he added, "I am come unto thee and have offered myself unto thee in order that thou mayest offer thyself unto me." Then did my soul in manner most marvelous and indescribable offer itself unto the Lord. Finally I offered myself wholly, and likewise my children who followed after me perfectly. I offered myself in all things, keeping back nothing whatsoever either of mine own possessions or of theirs, and my soul understood that God had very willingly accepted this offering, receiving it with great readiness. Wherefore I cannot tell how great was the joy, jubilation, and delight which my soul felt when it saw that God accepted my offering with so much joyfulness and graciousness. Yet another time did I behold the glorious Virgin Mary, and she exhorted me to go unto communion, giving me her blessing and relating unto me the sufferings of compassion which she had for her Son. Section 59.